All right, let's dive into one of the most useful questions you can possibly learn in German. Where do you live? Seriously, by the time we're done here, you're not just going to know how to ask it, you'll know how to answer it like you've been doing it for years. So let's get right to it.
Think about it. This is more than just a phrase. It's your key to starting a real conversation. It's how we connect with people, right? And we're going to break down exactly how you can do it, and do it with confidence. Okay, so first things first. We got to get our building blocks in place. Every great sentence needs the right ingredients. And for this question, there are two German words that you absolutely have to know.
And here they are, our two key ingredients. First up, we have wo. Simple as that. It means where. Go ahead and say it. Wo. Perfect. And next is our verb wohnen, which means to live or to reside. So you've got wo and wohnen. Those are the two pillars for the entire question.
Now, this is where German gets really interesting, and it's super important. See, who you're talking to completely changes how you ask the question. We're talking about the difference between formal and informal. And trust me, it's a huge part of German culture.
So it all comes down to knowing your audience. If you're talking to a stranger, maybe someone in a shop, a business contact, or someone older, you're going to want to use the formal Sie. And the question becomes, wo wohnen Sie? But if you're just chatting with a friend or a family member, you go informal. For just one person, it's wo wohnst du? And if you're asking a bunch of your friends at once, you'd say wo wohnt ihr? Did you notice how the verb ending changes each time? That's the key. Just a quick little side note here. You might also hear the verb leben. It also means to live. So asking wo leben Sie is totally fine. And all the same rules we just talked about apply. But, for asking where someone actually resides, wohnen is definitely the one you'll hear most often.
Let's just lock this structure into our brains so we never forget it. It's really just a simple three-step formula. You always start with your question word, wo. Then comes the verb, wohnen. You just have to make sure it matches who you're talking to. And last, you pop in the pronoun, formal Sie or informal du or ihr. Wo wohnen Sie. See? So easy.
Awesome, you've totally got the question down. But what happens when someone asks you? Well, now it's your turn to shine. And believe it or not, the answer is even easier than the question. All you have to say is, ich wohne in, which just means I live in. And then you say the name of your city. Ich wohne in, that's it. And yeah, just like before, you could also say ich lebe in, and it would work perfectly well.
So let's give that a try with some actual places. If you were in Germany, you could say, ich wohne in Berlin, or ich wohne in München, which you probably know as Munich. Or maybe you're in Hamburg, or Köln, that's Cologne.
Let's hop over to Austria, or as they say, Österreich. You could say, ich wohne in Wien. That's Vienna. Or maybe you live in beautiful Salzburg, the city of Mozart.
And what about Switzerland, or Die Schweiz? You could be in the capital, Bern, or in Zurich. And check this out. Genf is the German name for Geneva. Using these local names makes your answer sound so much more authentic.
Okay, time for a pro tip. This is one of those little things that trips up so many people when they're learning, but we're going to clear it up right now for good. Let's look at the tiny but super important difference between two very similar words.
Let's put wo and woher side by side. Wo, like we've been saying, is all about your current, fixed location. It's where you live right now. Woher, on the other hand, asks about your origin. It means, where are you from? Where did you start out? That tiny little two-letter ending her completely changes the meaning of the question.
I love this way of remembering the difference. Just think of wo as a GPS coordinate. It's a pin dropped right on the map where you are at this moment. But woher is the flight path that got you there. It's your point of origin. Wo is static, woher is all about the journey.
All right, let's bring this all together. We've gone through the question, the different ways to ask it, how to answer, and we even dodged a really common mistake. Now let's just review the absolute must-know phrases you're taking away from this.
Let's drill these three one more time. To ask someone formally, you say, wo wohnen Sie? To ask a friend, it's, wo wohnst du? And to give your answer, ich wohne in. Honestly, if you just walk away remembering these three phrases, you're in fantastic shape.
And there you have it. You're not just saying hello anymore. You are officially ready to kick off a real conversation by putting yourself on the map in German. So now that you've got where figured out, what question are you going to learn to ask next?